Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Tacocraft Taqueria.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We are in a special place today. We're on the couch today, but it's not a therapy session. It's another food and beverage session. We're at, well, technically right now we're in the Apothecary, or the Apothecary. I don't know how you pronounce it. Apothecary. Yes. It's the side cocktail lounge speakeasy, but not a hidden speakeasy. Anybody is welcome. You don't need a secret passcode. It opens every day after 5 p.m. But we're right next door to Tacocraft. So it's a Tacocraft, handcrafted hospitality edition of the Lunchbox from Tacocraft and the Apothecary. It's always good to bounce around. And we haven't seen this guy for like a full year. We were here a year ago. I think it was in May. And we welcome back to the show. He's the kind of major domo here at Tacocraft and Apothecary. He runs the whole show. He's worked here for a long time. I don't know if you have an official title, but everybody knows him as Jesse. His name is Yasiel Perdomo.
That's correct.
Half Cuban, half Italian. So he's got the street cred with falsetto because you make a mean pizza and a great meatball that we would just chowing down a little bit before the show. But how are you today, Jesse? You doing all right?
I'm doing actually better now.
Yeah?
That I'm between these two legends.
Yeah. We got Mike Lubie joining us on the couch. We have a couch party. I'm going to go into like Passover mode and just start to recline and slouch a little bit because it's a very comfy couch.
Let's chill.
And I'm glad that I've been losing weight because now 3 of us can actually fit side by side.
Yeah, look at you. You're not even hurting yourself or anything.
No,
I'm proud of you.
It's a lot better than some of those, I guess, flights on JetBlue or Spirit.
Spirit for sure.
They really shrunk the seats. But we are here. It's the Hamarshi district of Fort Lauderdale. The official address, I've forgotten. Is it 330?
330.
330 Southwest 2nd Street.
Southwest 2nd Street. That's correct.
Yeah, I remembered it. And this area has been active for a long time. And they're coming up on a big anniversary here. Is that right, Jess?
That's correct, Mike. We're about to hit this summer 10 years open.
10 years.
10 years.
Of Tacocraft.
Serving the Broward Center, the museum as well, and all the locals.
Yeah.
In Fort Lauderdale.
And, this area has had its ups and downs, but you've been a steady, constant presence, and you guys deliver high-quality food. I guess just give the rundown again. It's not just pizzas, right?
It's not just pizzas. Every time I'm outside there and customer pass by and say that it's another pizzeria, I guess, like it's Italian cuisine. Mm-hmm. I like to call my place like Italian trattoria. Okay. It's not the high end, but it got the family recipes that we're using here, like you guys say already, the meatballs, they made it different.
Right.
Pizzas, we know for the pizzas. We got the best pizzas in Fort Lauderdale.
Well, you had a certain reviewer, David Portnoy, who has become the guru of pizza reviews. And I got to give him credit. I mean, I kind of, would kind of crack on him because he was like, everybody knows the rules, 1 bite, and then he would take 4 bites. And keep eating. But he doesn't do that as much as anybody. He's very entertaining with his videos. And even Jon Stewart gave him a shout out last night on The Daily Show. If you saw that.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess he's become hooked on watching the pizza reviews.
The pizza stuff? Oh, that's funny.
Just the pizza stuff. But no, and look, Portnoy came in here.
Like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Actually.
Were you here that day?
I was here that day.
What was that like?
If you watch that video, you will see myself in the end.
Okay.
I was the one who did the pizza that day for him.
Okay. Were you wearing diapers? Were you like crapping your pants?
Actually, I was a fatter. I was more fat before.
Okay.
If you watch the video, with a big Yaziel in there.
Oh, wow.
I was doing pizzas, and one of my employees go and say, like, is this weird guy outside doing a video?
Oh, you did. So you didn't know that
we didn't even know. We didn't even know.
Oh, he was really undercover then. That's good. Because sometimes people kind of know. Now he's become so popular that. But it's nice when he actually does it. The kind of old-fashioned, like I used to do it when I was the food critic at the Sun Sentinel. Don't tell anybody you're coming. If you get recognized, just keep your head down and just go about your business. So he was
I remember my guy that says he called, he placed the order for 2 pizzas, not only 1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
2 margaritas. We do the margaritas, and I got to say, when you put the pizzas to go in the box, 30% of the quality is
It goes right
gone.
away.
It's gone.
In the box, it gets steamy.
That's
It
correct.
gets a little, as he likes to say, floppy. He hates the flop. And you're going to lose your crust as soon as you box it up because it all just steams up.
But still, at 8.1.
8.1, even in the box.
Even in the box.
So that's
correct.
kind of like a graded on a curve. If you had sat down at a table, like which is the optimum way to eat the pizzas here at Tacocraft, it probably could have been an 8.7.
Everybody that follow him on the One by app and sit down on my table and eat the pizza, they say 8.9 or 9.1. They give me those scores.
Everybody's a critic these days.
Everybody's a critic.
Now, I actually used to be a critic, so you can take it with whatever grain of credibility or whatnot. But when I come in here and I have the pizza, I always am reminded about like this is high quality stuff. You take great care and passion in the product because Falsetto is like that. That's what handcrafted hospitality is all about.
It's a reason I'm working with him.
Yeah,
it is a reason.
And you were telling me about the process but the dough, it's all in the dough, right?
The dough, when we make pizzas, it's something simple. Pizzas is like a plain canvas.
Yeah,
you can always play it out,
mm-hmm.
but the dough have to be perfect.
Right.
Or dough in a specific, take 36 hour proof.
Oh, wow.
We have to throw some ice on it in order so the dough doesn't grow.
So it's a cold proofing process.
That's correct. I will say no more. I will say no more. That's a secret. I will say no more.
Proprietary secret.
I will say
you
no
could
more.
tell me, but then you'd have to kill me or Falsetto.
But it takes 36 hours before we use that dough. Sometimes, Mike, on a Sunday, 9 p.m., and run out pizzas. And I actually have dough there, but it's not ready yet.
Right.
You don't
and you can't serve the dough before it's time.
That's correct.
And then you say, we have pastas too, right?
That's correct. That's correct. People get upset, but they need to understand.
Well, because the name is Tacocraft. It's right in the name.
That's correct. But when I serve every dish that we try to put on the table, it have to be perfect. You have to be perfect. Everybody that eat down here, they weigh sometimes 35 minutes, Mike, for a pizza.
Well, that's...
I got
good things come to those who wait.
The customers who go to the Broward Center every time they do a show, they do reservations 2 hours prior because they know.
Right. They want to make sure
know
it
will take time, but they're willing to wait.
That pre-theater crowd is always tough because they all come in the same 15 minutes. They all want to be served in an hour and out the door. And it's bang, bang, boom, boom. And next thing you know,
we've been around for too long and we know them.
10
so
years.
It's like family.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I know everybody.
And you've worked here for, you said 6? Or?
No, I worked here for like 10 years already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning. That's correct. I was moving on my way around.
And you grew up here in South Florida?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. Sharing my recipes that me and Nona with Mark. He love it. He
do
all greatest.
Because people keep calling you chef.
I'm a chef.
And I know you're a chef.
Started in the back.
But you bounce around and everyone, you have the presence of the guy that is the GM, the guy that is the head manager guy. I know Chef Robbins is here as well. But when they're calling you chef, that is a very high, very esteemed title. So I was wondering just how involved, because I know Falsetto, I know they have their own recipes as well. Danielle is highly involved in the food and all their establishments.
Well,
so that's interesting that it is.
I got to say, Falsetto and Danielle, the family is from Sicily, Calabria. My non is from Calabria.
Oh, wow.
And this is simple. Every family have a different twist on the recipes, but it's almost the same. Simple and fresh.
Yeah.
That's what Italian is about.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, make it fresh.
Calabria is okay. In my book, we do some shows over at Casa Calabria.
That's correct.
Which, again, we love those Calabrian chilies.
Yep.
We love
that's what we're using here.
Calabrian chilies. All that stuff gives it a nice little kick, and I guess gives you pride to use some of the products from the old country.
That's correct. Yeah. That's correct. So, you use the chow tomatoes as well. The DOP
your sauce is so good. I mean, it's what sets it apart from most other pizzas. I mean, the dough obviously is the foundation, the canvas, but what you put and what you paint the canvas with is just as important. And here, I love a sauce that's not sweet. But
no sugar,
the only sweetness,
no
sugar added. The only sweetness is the natural sweetness of the tomatoes.
That's correct.
And it just pops. It has that.
And you
vibrance.
You got a window to cook. Then it's between 30 minutes and 45. No less, no more.
Okay.
If not, the whole test chain it is. Every single detail when it's about
Of the
cook,
sauce, of the
matter
simmering
on
the
the sauce. Yes,
Okay.
yes. You have to
The
cook
pizza
between 30 and
itself takes
45 minutes.
much less. It's like in a hot oven. I mean, how the temperature of the oven is at 675?
We start at 700. When we get busy, we have to put it up to 8. If not,
Oh,
the
wow.
bottom of because it's a brick oven.
Okay.
It's a brick oven. If not,
So
we want
700, it comes out in about 3.5 minutes, or what's?
It took me 6 to 8 minutes
6 to
to
8 minutes.
cook.
Okay.
And when we get busy, the reason that the pizzas take that long is because on that oven we try to fit only 6 in the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
Only 6.
No,
No
right.
more.
You don't do more
Because
than
if you
6.
crowd it out, then
That's
it also
correct.
changes the whole
It
dynamics.
change the
and
whole
and
dynamic.
sometimes
That's
it comes
correct.
out a little bit
Cooks.
also soggier and all that. You got to have a proper spacing. It's an art and a science.
Yes.
And meanwhile, you just saw a nice salad dropped in by our friend Colin, is one of the mixologists here. He's going to join us later in the show, and we recognize Colin, right? Mike
Even Keel
Lubie
Fish Shack.
Lubitz. He used to work over at Even Keel. He was at both locations, and he's also worked here on and off and part-time, but now he's here.
He's my mixologist.
He's the main
different-
mixologist.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, wow, good for him.
I do have customers that I use sit down and they don't know what they want.
Yeah.
I say no more. Right. Bring calling over.
Right.
And he figured it
And
out.
he'll-
A bespoke
Yep.
that they love and they come back just for calling and the bespoke.
Yep. And he's one of the great,
He's been around for 60 years.
mixologists, or, I call them barkeeps, because it's also an it's an art and a science to engage with your customers,
That's
and
correct.
your regulars. You start pouring their drink when they come in the door, and if they hold up their hand, they say, "No, I'm going to do the something different." Then they'll stop. But usually,
They know.
Yeah,
9
they know.
times out of 10, they're like, "Yep, that's it. You got it." And it's again part of the whole hospitality. That's part of handcrafted hospitality. And that you were telling me before the show that yes, you used to be the chef, the kitchen guy, but now that you work the front of the house and you love touching tables and meeting
That's
people,
correct.
right? Yeah.
He opened window for me, to be honest. I love cook. My passion is on this.
Okay.
But when you start touching the tables, knowing the people, they don't become customers, they become family.
Yeah.
I got people who just come around and like, Jesse, I bring 5 of my best friends. They are in town to disappoint them. I can't.
Yeah.
Because I have to live up to the name that we built.
Yeah.
It is. And I feel grateful. I feel, you say it before, the whole street have the upside downs. I'm the only restaurante alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all
Well, I was going to say in
nightclubs.
this area. I mean,
In this area,
to
it's
be
all
around 10
nightclubs.
plus years. That's
There's some
very
bars
impressive.
that
As a
have been
restaurant,
around, but not anything in the way of the
Nothing.
food.
high level restaurants, it's
Yeah.
tough. Like
Yeah.
I've been coming to this area my whole
The
life.
Tacocraft moved to
Yeah.
Victoria Park.
Right.
Everything. The whole street
That's
is
right. I
changed.
forgot.
Yeah.
There used to be also, wasn't there Rock Burger here too?
Rob Burger
Rock
was
Burger.
over there too before.
Yeah,
Now it's like a taco place, but they even
Rest in
open.
peace. Yeah,
they
no, that
open at 9
I
p.m.
loved the old Rock Burgers,
Mhm.
and that was another Mark
Falsetto,
Falsetto
yep.
concept. And but the Tacocraft is booming, doing better than ever. And
That's
of course, we usually are there. We go around to the 4 different locations. Next month, I'm very excited because it's going to be my favorite holiday, Cinco de
Yeah.
Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
You got
Um,
the name on it.
And just like last year, we're going to be having a Cinco de Mayo block party celebration at the Tacocraft and Plantation Walk. This year it falls on a Monday, so we'll do a later in the afternoon show on that Monday, the 5th, and that one I think we'll see both Falsetto and Danielle
Yes.
sipping some
It was a
margaritas.
lot of fun last year. I look forward to this year.
But meanwhile, look, Lubie, they are being very culturally sensitive to you, unlike me.
Well, no, I presume pizzas are coming, but at least for
Yes.
me, the person who's not eating bread this week,
Mike,
this is all very Passover friendly. So I appreciate my friend
Mike
Jesse, Colin,
Lubie
and everyone
Lubitz.
here. These meatballs
Gotcha.
are utterly ridiculous. And what's interesting is because when I do a sauce, I overdo it, I think, with seasonings. The fact that you just said, no, it's just salt, pepper,
And
garlic. And you didn't even say onions, but maybe
No,
not even
onions.
onions.
No
You don't use
onions,
any
no.
onions in it. It's such a, it's like, it's fresh, but it's still flavorful as well. Like,
Because it's simple and Italian. That's what we do.
yeah,
Simple but fresh.
simplicity.
Simplicity. Remember, think about that. I mean, another time they don't have all this garlic powder or this and that. They got the simple things.
Right.
The Italian parsley.
Yep.
They got the basil.
yeah.
They got the garlic. And
Yeah.
they don't even take time to chop it out. They get the hands.
Yep.
That's the magic.
Now, as a
That's the
chef,
magic.
isn't that sometimes the hardest thing is just getting
Pull
out
back,
of the way?
pull back.
because I always say less is more, and sometimes you see, especially younger chefs, and they're trying to like put their own spin on something, and the next thing you know, 20 ingredients later, your mouth is like going,
what is this?
It's confused. But and I remember one of the great chefs. Well, a lot of great chefs say it, but they KISS. KISS.
It's like journalism, right?
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, a good guiding principle. Right?
That's what my nonna always say.
Yeah.
Keep
really?
it simple,
Really said
keep
that?
it simple, make it fresh. Even if you look it up on my menu, in this restaurant, the menu is small.
Yeah.
I have few pizzas. I have 2 pastas on the menu. So it allowed me to keep everything single day fresh items. I don't over prep anything. When I'm done, I'm done. But allow me as well to make some specials.
Okay.
Like an eggplant parmigiana or beer masala or
gonna-
snapper francais. So we always
Nice.
play
So you are doing
around.
specials,
Yeah,
okay.
we always play around. And that my customer who go down here all the time, they know.
Yeah.
They sometimes they don't even look at the menu. They told me surprise
What's
me.
the yeah, that's what I would say.
Surprise me.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So what do you call this salad? It's just
This is the house salad, the
House
pizza craft salad. The dressing is what is the best of this salad. It's a red wine vinaigrette,
Nice.
but it's not any red wine
look
vinaigrette.
at this mountain of gorgonzola.
Look at the
on top
gorgonzola.
of it.
DOP.
Mm,
The
yeah.
DOP.
It's authenticated.
Authentic. It tastes different.
I want everyone to know.
I do have
This
customers.
is not your American blue
It
cheese.
is not. It is not.
This is
People-
your crumble, real deal
That's correct.
gorgonzola.
People say I don't like blue cheese. Like try mine.
Yeah, this isn't
Try
blue
mine.
cheese.
You will see.
It's not overly powerful.
That's correct.
It's got flavor.
Mm,
And my body is craving this, especially after getting to the gym this morning. So this is good for people who are, being more mindful of, maybe trying to avoid the carbs. You got plenty of carb-free alternatives.
That's interesting.
Yep.
It's creamier
Mm-hmm.
You see?
for a gorgonzola. It doesn't, and I like gorgonzola. I've gotten
Doesn't
used
have
to.
the stinky blue cheese kick.
I've gotten used to the stinkiness. It's a good cheese, French, and all that. Oh, that's interesting. It actually has it's a gorgonzola
Yep.
that has a creaminess.
I just like
That's
you said,
fantastic.
DOP.
That
And it's
makes
the
it
same
different.
thing like when you go to Greek restaurants and you have the feta cheese. That's the real feta
Yeah.
from Greek, and it again it has that creaminess. And
Yeah.
it's just
That's the difference. I say when you try the romaine with all the dressing, you will see how much it. In mi familia, they used to add a little honey
Mm.
on that red wine vinaigrette, and it helped, believe it or not, to keep it together.
Is that in this?
It
Because
in
there is a
that.
sweetness and
It
it's a
is in
nice
that.
sweetness.
It
I
is-
like the.
There you go.
That's-
It's the twist of mi familia, right
Yeah,
there,
good.
Wow, that's wonderful.
right there. Usually, when a red wine vinaigrette, it's hard to keep the oil and the red wine all together.
Yep.
In this, it's beautiful.
Uh-oh, I'm getting a little nervous because Colin is setting up the auxiliary
food are they bringing
table
out?
off to the side, which means
Oh,
pizzas
Jesus.
are about
It's
to
about
hit
to
us.
happen.
There's about to be an
It's
onslaught.
about to
I
happen.
think this would be a good time to take our first
do it.
break, Lubie.
sure.
Before we do, I just want to put in a quick good word for our friends at Delaware Chicken and Seafood Market. I did my Passover Seder last night with
Nice.
my
Oh, how'd it go?
brother,
I didn't
sister-in-law. It was a very, small group,
Yeah, that's
4
fine.
of us at, me and Val's house, and
Casa de
I got
Law
I got a bunch of stuff from our friends at Grandpa's Deli with the brisket and some the green beans almondine, which I always like. And got
Yeah,
some
those are
mashed
great.
potatoes, but stopped off after the show yesterday. And Sonny's famous steak hoagies in Hollywood. That would be
It was a lot of fun.
wrecking them as an iconic eatery with Andy Cagnetter and the Transworld Business Advisor crew. But I went right into Delaware Chicken and Seafood after the show. You know where it is, 4191 State Road 7 in Hollywood, right across from the classic Seminole Casino. Big chicken on the roof. You can't miss it. And I went in there, and what did I get? I got some beautiful fresh pieces of gefilte fish.
Nice.
House-made
So they do
gefilte
sell
fish.
it. Okay, I
They
know.
do
Gene-
sell it by
you know
the
what-
piece. I
Okay,
got 3
nice.
pieces. It was like, 14, 15
That's
bucks.
fine. It's a lot of work to
Um,
make gefilte
And
fish.
they looked really good and fresh.
Okay.
And when we sat down at the table and we did a kind of speeded up version of the Haggadah, we didn't do
Oh, you
the whole
actually
thing.
did.
I did the 2-minute version that I posted
Oh,
online the other day.
That's
Now,
the one
actually, my
Shirley
brother
wants.
brought some of the Maxwell House coffee Haggadah.
I know my parents have
We
those.
did the speed reading of it. We got through it
That's
quick.
fine, I'm
But,
not judging.
but that first course we had was the gefilte fish from Delaware. And oh my God, everybody was raving about it. Put a little bit of fresh horseradish, the nice white, the red, and it doesn't taste like anything like the stuff out of the jar. Even Defoe, if you're out there watching,
Yeah, he'd like
you would have devoured this gefilte fish. It was so good. And I got chopped liver from there because they're the home of, it's a chicken farm.
Yep.
So they got all the great fresh chicken parts, and their chopped liver also. They use the real schmaltz. They use the onions. It was so good. you would have thought that Gene is Jewish. I saw Gene yesterday.
You wouldn't know, honestly.
And obviously,
my grandma would be proud.
With Easter coming up this Sunday, Delaware is also the place you can get all the provisions you need for your Easter holiday dinner, a lamb and all kinds of other stuff. You can enjoy the last few weeks of stone crab season and all their other great seafood and fish. Delaware Chicken and Seafood is open 7 days a week, and I think they will be closed on Easter Sunday, though. So go online. DelawareChicken.com is the website. Sign up for their weekly newsletter that has all their specials. And tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, let's take that first break. I see pizzas dropping in.
We're getting slaughtered.
And I am going to
now I know
start
I brought
devouring
the table
them.
over.
All right, let's take the break. We'll be back and chow down on some of the pizzas from Tacocraft and the Apothecary in Fort Lauderdale. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Tacocraft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Tacocraft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. For the finest poultry and the freshest fish, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining. So celebrate life. at Taverna Kima. For reservations and information, go to tavernakima.com. When I get a craving for real Southern barbecue, Fat Boys Barbecue is the place that I call home. Cooked low and slow with proper smoke and dry rub goodness, Fat Boys has some of the best ribs, brisket, burnt ends, pulled pork, and chicken around. 5 delectable sauces and the tastiest collard greens, candied yams, and cornbread this side of heaven. 4 locations, including Deerfield, Coral Springs, Cypress Creek Road, and their newest location in downtown Fort Lauderdale, 706 South Federal Highway. Open 7 days with great lunch specials, online ordering, delivery, catering, and food trucks for your next event. To order, go to fatboysbarbecue.com today. That's Fat Boys with a Now we're back on the lunchbox. Thank you. Jesse is brushing me up. He's got the crummer out for my slacks because I was noshing on the pizza onslaught here. We're at Tacocraft and the Apothecary. We've got Jesse, who is the major domo here. And now we're joined by mixologist Colin, a familiar face that we know. We used to see him over at Even Keel Fish Shack, and then he was also been working here. How are you? Welcome to the Lunchbox, Colin.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
You've served us drinks before. This is your Lunchbox
Maiden voyage.
Debut. Yes,
Absolutely. This is the first time I've been on the show. Well, outside of arms dropping.
Yeah, you've seen your arm before.
I've seen my hand before.
And look, as much as we love the meatballs and the salad, this is what it's all about. We've got all the pizzas in front of us now. I hope you guys can see it at home. We've got why don't you take us through, Jesse? And then we've got cocktails in front of us, and we're going to talk some cocktails and the whole program here at the Apothecary with Colin after this. But take it away. And you see this one is missing a slice already. That's because I was chowing down on it. Which way? And this is the beautiful.
This is we call it Daniele, in honor to the Kumari of Tacocraft, Daniele, the godmother. You got
falsetto. Yep.
Yes, that's correct. You got the house-made Boca sauce, shallows, fresh mozzarella, and exo pepperoni. It's a beautiful pepperoni that when you cook them is greasy, crispy, and do the little cups. That's correct. And we are proud to be one of the few people in the whole South Florida to get it. That's correct.
And that product is from where? That's
New York.
It's a Buffalo, I believe.
It's New York. That's correct. New York.
I've seen them at certain places, but they are a rare species, and the way it pops up, and they got a nice little kick. So that's beautiful. And the vodka sauce, obviously, that's a Danielle a touch. Now, what else we got here?
Right here, we got the famous 10 years it's been this pizza on the menu. We never change this pizza. This is soppressata. Calabrese soppressata.
It's my favorite.
It's a beautiful salami. It's a beautiful salami from Calabria with me and Nonna from. Fresh mozzarella, long hot peppers, which is the jalapenos italianos.
Yeah. And this looks like it's slicked with a little olive oil.
Hot honey, olive oil.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Pecorino, señores. We don't use Parmesan. We use pecorino on the pizza. It gives you the nice salty flavor and creamy on top.
One of the things
that makes the difference. Pecorino.
I do like a good, nice salinity on my pizza. How's that for a critic word?
There you go, Mr. Critic.
I'm going in. I'm no Dave Portnoy, but everybody knows the rules. I could eat as much as I want. I'm going to give it a score.
It's my favorite pizza.
All right,
I've ever had.
How Mayo eat? What is this one right here,
and
Mr. Jesse?
I was trying to convince Lubie during the break that this pizza is so thin and crispy. It is just like matzah. I don't think you're breaking any religious laws if you would chow down on. All right, he's giving me a look like
my wife will have to eat it for me. What was the one?
So
you just
right in
brought
there,
up?
we got the burrata pizza. It's simple. It's the same classic margarita, but with house-made burrata on top. Mike from New York had honey, the original hot honey, no any other one. A lot of people do hot honey now, the original one.
Before you get into the burrata, can I just go back to the soppressata?
Go for it.
I can see why this has been on the menu for 10 years. I would imagine that if you would take it off the menu, there might be rioting on Marshy Street.
Colin himself would riot from within the house.
You know, I'm not one of those who says, "Oh, pizza can't flop." I know some pizzas do have some flop, but this one is a perfect crisp. Look at this. I'm not even cheating or holding it up. It is just like completely firm. The flavors of combining that great sauce with the soppressata, which is a little bit of a spicy salami, with the hot honey, with the fresh basil. I mean.
700 degrees.
Sorry, I'm going like 8.9 on this thing. This is really good. Yeah.
Thank you. So, like I say, the burrata is one of the best sellers in here.
Okay.
It's a house-made pizza by itself. What you say is you got the fresh mozzarella, like it's house-made as well. We got the formula. You got the house-made burrata. It's creamy. It's never frozen. So when you put it in your mouth, it melts like a gelato.
Mm.
It's just wonderful.
Mhm.
It
A
is.
gelato pizza.
Yeah, it is. And right in here we got the
This is the
classic
basic margarita.
margarita, which is the best seller
Wait,
ever.
let me
Oh, really?
grab
People
one
love
of those.
the classic
I'm gonna
margarita.
go for a little bit of a saucy slice because I kind of like having that too. Oh, and each piece has its own
Nice.
fresh basil on it.
Nice.
That's correct.
I know some people are a little basil averse. Do you get that request to kind of hold the basil
For the
sometimes?
kids.
The
The
kids.
kids a lot of
Sometimes they want,
times.
but even the fathers, I put on the side
Yeah.
because the basil is what give you the fresh.
I was gonna say, does that
vibe.
hurt you as an Italian?
Sometimes, and sometimes you got people who ask for garlic salt. It's
Mhm.
like I understand that you ask for that in every place, but try my pizza first. Try it because something we do. This is something we try it before, and I want you to try it. Let me know if you need
extra
something
crispy.
else.
We want it well done. Whoa, hold on.
Extra crispy.
It's gonna
well
come.
done.
It's gonna come that way, bro.
Yeah, this is
That's
pizza
what we
craft. They're not messing
Yeah,
around.
we know how to cook pizza.
All right, so we were talking about simplicity before, and as much as I like the sopressata pizza, and as much as I like the pepperoni,
Daniela.
there's the Daniela. There's something about this margarita that
He said
is
it's her
just
bestseller.
so
It's the
simple.
It is the best.
It's so good. I'm going 9.1 on this. I can't believe I turned into Portnoy.
Well, look,
Yeah.
when
I'm
you go
an
to
old school newspaper critic. 4 stars.
there you go.
You see the difference on the cheese? It's fresh made. It's not greasy.
Yeah.
It's
Well, when
just
you go to
perfect.
Italy, they really don't have 12 choices. It's pretty much margarita.
That's
Wherever you go,
correct.
margarita is what everyone gets, and it's been like that for hundreds, if not thousands
That's
of years. So,
Mhm.
But
you
let's say something that I like to explain to my customers as well. When you say Italy kind of have like two parts: the north and the
yeah,
south.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Italy is
North,
its own
they
different
got
animal.
the
North is
money,
refined,
They got the
classic, more of
money,
the
they got the Ferragamo, the Ferraris, the Gucci. That's what I
Milan,
like to say.
the
That's correct.
fashion culture.
South, like we are from,
Yep.
we are more humble, but we know about food.
I don't want to say
Yes.
the word peasants because some
Humble. Let's
people
No,
get
there's
humble.
there's
offended.
plenty.
Like somebody
me.
called China peasants last week, but they're salt of the earth.
Yes,
Mhm.
hard
They
working
grow
people.
their tomatoes in
That's
fertile
correct.
soil. They love to make a nice family dinner. It
And that's
doesn't
what we
have to
can
have the
offer.
fanciest ingredients. You get like things like the pork jowls and the nduja and the things like
yeah, that's correct.
yeah.
All
That's,
calabrese.
it's funny because I've never really explored southern Italy. I have not been to Calabria. I haven't been south of Rome. I've been one of those, I'm an elitist. I've been in Lake Como. I've been around Milan and Portofino. I got to get to the south because
You
that's,
got to.
I think that's more of my style.
Mhm.
I love this, just the red sauces and the simplicity and all that. So, you guys knocking it out of the park.
Well-
I'm going to take the burrata in a second. But
Go for it.
it's
But what I
so
was gonna
good.
say is, you're talking about style, and Pizza Craft is fantastic, and we did our last show here at Pizza Craft. But I walked in last time, and I'm like, what the heck? And I know it's been here a while, but that's why we're hoping to get the word out. And I know at the beginning it was about being quiet. This was supposed to be a special place where only certain people could get here. And then Mark Falsetto was like, you know what? Let's open it up to everyone.
Well, the Apothecary first had the whole
They had like
hidden
knocks and like
speakeasy,
special
yeah.
passwords.
secret codes, and they
and-
realized that
Yeah, the coin.
You got
becomes
coin.
so exclusive that nobody comes in. That kind of hurts revenue.
It does. It does. Yeah.
So
How are we gonna make money if no one comes in here?
Right.
So we were thinking, let's be an apothecary, and a big part of the apothecary is the cocktails, and that's why Colin, the main mixologist, has joined us. And you brought out some really cool cocktails. What do we have in front of us?
So right here we have a ginger bee's knees. So just ginger with lemon, honey, and gin.
AKA penicillin.
Yeah, or right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you call it a gin penicillin.
Right.
Um,
Which is
all the
it's medicine. It
yeah.
tastes like it would cure
It
all
does.
that ails you.
It's
And
good.
I'm going in for my
Yeah.
second sip. I took one before. The hardest part with this drink for me is balancing it so it doesn't spill
Yeah.
everywhere in one of these fancy 1920s coupe glasses,
Coupe glasses.
which was the topic of a discussion on a Let's Eat South Florida thread one time. I don't know if you pay attention to the group. There's some insane.
I've
people in there.
I was looking at it earlier actually. But yeah, you can't go wrong with those flavors,
Oh,
obviously.
beautiful. Yep.
And,
Classic.
and then we have a bourbon drink with a little blackberry.
Blackberry bramble kind of
Yep,
thing.
yep, little bramble action, or at least similar, yeah. And then the espresso martini is a big seller here.
I'm gonna leave
Obviously,
that to Lubie.
I
He
will
loves
drink
these
that.
things.
I'll drink that.
This has been sitting here for a while.
Look
You
at
still,
foam.
it
No,
still
it's
has
still
the
got the foam,
foam.
yeah.
And it's got the 3 beans.
Yeah, the
which is
3
proper.
beans. It looks nice, little flower action. But it's all about, fresh, right? And everything that he does in the kitchen is fresh. We make fresh espresso. So it's going to give you that. Yeah, it's what's going to give you that foam that holds. It was a little thicker earlier, but it's still there.
And the best part for Lubie, it's kosher El Paso.
I don't know if it is,
slug
but
that baby down. Liquid lunch
that.
there, Lubie.
I'm ready.
We love our alliteration. A liquid lunch for Lubie. A couple of just, I guess, things. The Apothecary opens daily after 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Are you open
Weekdays.
on weekdays?
Weekdays. Weekend, we open like with the restaurant till like 11.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
12. Sorry.
So you
12.
can walk
We
in
open
here
at
on a
noon.
Sunday afternoon and just
That's
start
correct.
boozing it up and have. Now, can
Have
you
fun.
order pizza and eat inside the
A
Apothecary?
full
So
menu.
you could
So it's
order.
the same menu. Okay, cool.
So you could sit
'Cause
at
the
one of
vibe here
these
is
very
ridiculous.
plush leather couch booths and things and just sit here, order your pizza, and just like me. And if it's Passover, you're supposed to be reclining when you eat. So I'm just going to slouch, maybe put in a couple of big screen TVs. I could watch some hockey. No, there's no
That's not what
TVs
this is
in
for
here.
here. That's not
Okay,
what
and
the vibe is.
so
here.
explain that. Part of the vibe is
So the vibe is classic rock and classic cocktails, good music, good drinks. Everyone's having a good time, laid back. I'm sitting forward, but usually you're supposed to be like this.
that's
have
my
your drink in front of
natural-
you, your pizza in front of you. And you can get great food and a great drink. So you don't have to get up and go to another place because there's no food there.
I didn't realize that you did the food service in here, and I guess that's my bad because I haven't been in here in a while.
Yeah.
And Colin, I'm going to have to rectify that very shortly.
Absolutely.
Val will come in here.
Oh no, I was gonna say.
I mean,
Shirley would love this.
literally
Like, this is
walking
the
distance from my
vibe for her.
house. And I was going to walk here today, except then I got the bat signal from Falsetto said, "Oh, I thought we were," and we got a little messed up on the time. So I got in the car, got here in less than 2 minutes. So no excuse for me not to become a regular, especially with some of the great cocktails, great food. Everything that you could hope for. All right, he is
great whiskey.
Jesse is saying, "I gotta go in for the burrata slice."
It's so good.
Wait for it.
Burrata. It's like
Look at that.
gelato except cheesy. Oh,
You hear
wow.
that crunch?
Yeah.
You hear
Now
that
it's
crunch?
cool. So you actually put on a cold burrata on the pizza after the pizza.
But it does
That's the
melt. I
pieces
like how it
Yeah.
is melted.
Because it's
So
coming out
creamy.
700 degrees. It's coming out. It's
So
gonna
it melts
still-
naturally.
Mhm.
That's creamy goodness. It's almost I mean, it's not heavy, but it has that richness. So it's definitely a more indulgent bite. I could this place is truly special because I am conquering the medication I'm on because I could literally eat every bite in front of me. Might
Don't.
be paying for it later, but I want to eat every bite in front of me. It's so delicious, and like you said, it's just all about when you use the good ingredients.
Mhm.
Oh man,
When I like that Colin brought it up, even with the drinks, and again, of course, handcraft hospitality, everything is with Mark Falsetto and all you guys from the top down. Quality ingredients is everything, but I don't think about it with a drink. But Colin made sure to say, look, just like the food, the drinks,
Espresso.
because he kept asking. I'm like, because a lot of time we'll go to places and they'll just make the drinks way before we do the show. We don't care, it's there. He's like, he was waiting until the show was starting to make the drink, and I kept clocking that. Like, okay, but it's because
like
you guys,
everything else.
Everything is
everything,
pre-made.
Yeah.
Everything
presentation is everything for everyone at every time of the day, even us.
100%. 100%. If I serve a drink and there's no foam on there, or if it looks dead, it's been sitting in the window, I yell at my servers all day, every
Really?
day.
Yeah.
I have a drink dying in my window right now. Get here and take this drink out, or I'll take it out, obviously, if I have time to do that. But yeah, everything needs to be made and then brought to the table. Absolutely.
So, another
is the good
question.
thing.
Oh yeah, for Jesse. So obviously you could have your pizzas here on the Apothecary side when it's open, which is later on during the weekdays. But I guess when you're on the pizza craft side, when the Apothecary is open, could you order a cocktail from the Apothecary menu and they'll serve it on that side? Or
No,
not
we got a different kind of similar menu for that side.
for the beverage
For the
program.
beverage,
Okay.
that's correct.
And that's
That's correct.
more wine, red wine and beer.
It's red wine.
Yeah.
You got some cocktails, but something short. In this side, you can enjoy a better
Oh, okay.
vibe, a
Right.
different
Faux
kind of
liquor
cocktails.
here.
That's correct.
Colin, do you sell? I guess what's the biggest seller now? Is the espresso martini just taking hold, or
No, I mean, espresso martini is the hot thing. Now people are adding tequila and all that. But we do a lot of classic cocktails. So we're doing Negronis, we're doing old fashions, we're doing Sazeracs, Manhattans, stuff like that. But I do like to, when I'm busy, it's harder. But when I'm not so busy, I like to do the bespokes and really explore, what people individually want, for their palate.
So you talk to them.
Yeah,
you say, what do you like?
And you'll come up with it.
And you try to wow them.
Do you like something herbal, sour, fruity, sweet? Do you want it spirit forward? Like, what type of liquor do you want? Like, and we have that conversation, that dialogue, and then
your tequila people, your bourbon people, your gin people.
We create something that they're gonna love, and if they don't like it, then we'll start again.
There was a time, it seemed like everybody in Fort Lauderdale, not everybody, but the skinny people, they would just drink vodka and club soda. Vodka club soda. Are vodka drinks dying out? It seems like the sense I get is there's a lot more experimentation and a lot more gins making a comeback. Obviously, with Tacocraft,
tequila,
mezcal's coming on. Yeah, I just got back from Oaxaca a couple of weeks ago. We're bringing on a new producer is the brand, and so I went down and met that everyone that's doing that, the Mezcaleria. If I said that right. But yeah, it's we do a lot of stuff with a lot of different liquors. Nice. But mezcal seems to be coming on. Tequila is obviously big right now.
Of those who order espresso martinis, male female ratio.
When 5 young, good-looking women walk in, I know what to start making. I just have it in the shaker ready to go. Absolutely.
I tease Lubie because I say you're going to lose your man card if you go around, drinking those. But
I don't really order it. My wife, again,
they're good.
Likes it, but
they're good. I like a good.
It's okay.
I'm in my 40s. I'm married. I stopped worrying about what people think about me Well, I've never been one. I'll mix. Default made fun of me for being at a Super Bowl party and they were bringing out like Johnny Walker Blue. And I don't drink things straight, so I was scared to mix it because I know that's against the rule. No, but that's what I'm saying. I moved off of drinking it because I didn't want to ruin it.
Right.
So I understand the importance of certain things, but I also don't care. I am who I am. And that's why a place like this I appreciate because you do have your standards, and you have a guy like Colin who can send you in the right direction, but he's also Jesse as well, willing to give you what you want.
That's correct. This strikes me as a place where the customer is almost always right. You'll do pretty much anything that
almost when they ask for vodka sodas, I am like, where you're at, right?
That's a good one.
I'll make you a vodka soda if that's what you want, but I don't want to do that.
Hey, we gotta take our second break. Colin, you can stick around.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm here.
We're going to keep you, and we'll keep on going after we do the next round of business. We'll be back with more from the Apothecary and Pizza Craft in Fort Lauderdale after these words.
Is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Wan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Wan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. A little further inland, Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C, 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Feel like getting away without leaving town? Then you got to check out the House on the River in Fort Lauderdale. It's a beautiful restored historic home with indoor and outdoor dining right on the New River. You'll think you're in Charleston or Savannah. It has a gorgeous patio, porches, and private dining areas, and it offers unique experiences perfect for a date night or fun times with friends and family. It has weekend brunches, happy hour, dinner Wednesday through Sunday. There's also a high tea on Friday and Saturdays, and the popular House of Veuve Champagne experience on weekends. The House on the River is in Fort Lauderdale's Himmershey district, just south of the Science Museum. For reservations and information, all right, we're back from our friends at House on the River.
That's correct.
And I love this area is kind of, showing some good signs of, I guess, Renaissance again. And I think, do you like it when there's more better, how's that for grammar, more better restaurants around? Because then people tend to flock here and then they'll kind of check them all out.
I like
right?
competition.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Breeds
Yeah.
excellence, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, and again, with the Performing Arts Center here, and I heard that I guess the Marty's restaurant just went out, so that's one option that's gone right on the grounds there. And this is obviously an excellent choice if you come in to a performance and a show. But yeah, and talk about competition. 10 years ago, the pizza landscape in just the Fort Lauderdale downtown area was radically different, and now there's a lot more competition. But you say you welcome it, right? It's
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct. We like to always improve. We like to always prove ourselves who we are, and it's like a good competition is always good.
Yeah,
we're still
keep
the
on your
best.
toes. Yeah,
That's correct.
No matter how many there are, we're still the best.
Yeah.
They can keep on coming.
Thank you.
That's it. There
We
you
do
go.
our best.
Bring it
we do
on.
our best. I
So-
don't say we are. We do our best.
We do our best.
The
but
customer has the last word.
So now we were talking. Okay, first of all, you guys, the kitchen in Pizza Craft closes 11 o'clock
11.
every night.
No,
Or
11
a little
on the,
bit
Friday,
earlier.
Saturday.
11 Friday,
On
Saturday.
weekdays we close at 10.
10. Okay.
10 p.m.
The Apothecary, on the other hand, stays open till 11.
11 and then 1 o'clock on Fridays.
And
We have a
Saturday.
DJ. Yeah.
Starting this
If
Thursday, we
there's
got a-
people here, I'm not going to close the doors
Right.
on them. If they're here to spend money, I'm here to make
Okay.
drinks.
Jesse was saying that
one of the many talents you have is you have a rubber shoulder that is able to keep shaking and making these. And look at the sturdy foam on that espresso
it's still
martini.
There. He made
it's
that
still
a while
there.
ago.
It's
like
never
if I
going.
make an egg cream at home, which is an old-fashioned New York, Brooklyn non-alcoholic beverage, you know, you stir it up with your syrup and milk, a little bit of seltzer at the top, but then it starts settling down. How does it stay like that?
It's that fresh espresso, man. You make fresh espresso hot, ready to go. It's going to foam up like that, and it'll stay.
It'll stay.
People don't make things fresh.
No, but say
don't.
the truth. It's you too.
It's me too.
Sturdy.
It's what you
Well,
use.
you're
Because I was
talented.
telling him,
I'm trying not to take too much credit. It's me. At the end of the day,
And
it
Jesse,
is in fact me.
You were saying by the end of some of these weekend nights when these packs of women come in,
and I use,
And
I
there's
look
10
at him
of
and like,
them.
I got 10. And
Yeah.
he said, like, espressos? He's like, yeah, it's like my shoulder. And
I
I
can
try
take
to
care
help.
of all of them.
I
Don't worry.
try to help, but it's not about the strong you are. It's about like he's
Consistency.
he's
Right.
doing it right.
well, hopefully he'll avoid the tendonitis.
We
and
don't
not
want
have to
Tommy
get any
John surgery,
injections.
elbows, or
It's already
shoulders.
happening,
No
but I'm
workers'
still
comp.
not going to quit. All right, there's no quitting here.
All right, you're still young enough. Come on. But you've been in the business how long now?
16 years.
And in like
yeah.
dog year, I mean, restaurant years are like dog
That's like
years.
35
So
years.
yeah, like
96.
100 years, essentially. Yeah, no, I'm from South Louisiana, so I've worked in New Orleans on Bourbon Street.
Oh, wow.
Los Angeles, Hermosa Beach, shout out, South Bay. I've
How
worked
did you end
all
up
over.
here?
You know, it's always a woman, isn't it?
Yeah. Usually.
but yeah, I came here. I'd never been to South
I didn't
Florida.
realize that you worked in New Orleans. So that means you make a Sazerac? And if I came into
absolutely.
this bar,
The
my
most
goodness.
classic,
Yeah.
authentic,
I love that.
Peychaud's and everything.
And, you know, absinthe makes the brain go foggier.
Yeah,
So you worked on
absolutely.
Bourbon Street in the middle of Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was that?
It's intense. Even if you're not working, it's crazy. But yeah, if you're working, it's the worst.
See, I was a Jazz Fest guy. I went to about 15 Jazz Fests, 13 in a row at one point in my 20s and 30s. I've never been to New Orleans for a Mardi Gras because it just seems like too crazy.
It
for
is
me.
too much. Yeah.
But I love the Jazz Fest.
Yeah,
vibe.
I got these music notes at Jazz Fest. I went and
Okay.
saw Dead and Company a couple of years ago
Nice.
over there. It was good.
I was there the first time that Fish played, and people like the local traditionalists were all up in arms because it was starting to broaden, and they wanted to bring
you want
in
to get a bigger crowd.
more, you know, younger, different audience from around the country, and so they brought in, you know, the jam bands, and now they have Dead and Company and all that.
Yeah,
But
nothing
it's
wrong
great
with
because
that.
it's just
It's a
such
good
an
mixture of everybody.
amalgamation of all
Yeah.
different cultures. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
All right, so back to Pizzacraft, the Apothecary. I hate to say it, but it's like, you got dessert?
We do
Tiramisu, bring that
house-made
tiramisu.
tiramisu.
Okay.
It's never frozen. We make it daily. You will see how
Okay.
it melts in your mouth as well.
Now, you have both Italiano and Cubano heritage.
That's correct.
Do you do a flan, like or any kind of...
I can do one. Yes, I do have.
Has anybody
sometimes-
tried to put together a flan tiramisu that maybe has a layer of flan at the bottom? of the
Well, it's
tiramisu?
hard to. It's hard to make that happen.
Okay.
The way they cook each other.
When I get
It's
high,
hard.
I come up with
But you
these
know what?
things.
But you know, actually, it's funny.
It sounds delicious.
I was gonna
Doesn't
say,
it?
Colin like dropped really.
Yeah, dude, I'm like
Like,
flan.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, we try sometimes, and I do have like not now, but in the weekends usually for the regular customer that I do have, and he knows we do like a half cheesecake on top creme brulee.
Okay.
Because the creme brulee, guys, creme brulee is the fancy word to say flan.
Yeah,
Right.
Let's be
yes,
honest.
Yes, yes.
The grit gets
Yeah,
squirted
It's
like
one
creme
of
brulee.
those
It's the
things
same.
when you're in France, it's creme brulee.
There we
When
go.
you're in Cuba, it's
It's
flan.
flan.
When
So
you're-
we know, yeah. So we try a half and half. It
That sounds
is-
ridiculous.
He knows.
Yes.
He knows. People come and say like, "Do you have it?" Like, no, not
No,
today.
because
Aye.
it's gone already.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
it's only
ate it
for the
all.
exclusive. It's only for the guy who knows. It's not even on the menu or anything. It's just for the guy who knows. Because I can't keep up. I can't keep up with it.
Well, it's all here for you at Pizzacraft and the Apothecary. We do have one more break to take. Let's take it, and then maybe one of those tiramisus magically appear, even though I don't need it.
Yeah, I thought you didn't want it.
At this point, I kind of want it.
Well, they're like drooling.
Yeah, magically disappear.
All right, let's take that final break. Oh, first, a word about our friends at Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap. Great place if you're in the hunt for weekend brunches. They got 3 locations. We're going to be visiting the one in Delray Beach, the West Delray location in the Delray Marketplace. Going to be paying a visit to our friends. I think Kevin's going to be making an appearance.
Oh, nice.
Thursday, 2:00. And we love Jennifer is the general manager there, and Vanessa, who used to be based at the Fort Lauderdale location, is now working and also one of the managers up in Delray. So we're going to pay a visit to Delray. They also have West Palm Beach, Clematis Street, and Fort Lauderdale downtown, right across from our friends at Tacocraft.
Victoria Park.
It's 525 North Federal Highway. Free parking in the garage next door. Don't miss some of their classics like their biscuits, chicken and waffles, shrimp and grits, jambalaya, and the whole shebang. Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap. They are raising the bar on Southern cuisine and hospitality all throughout South Florida. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, third and final break. Then we'll wrap it up with this edition from Pizza Craft and the Apothecary with Colin and Jesse after these words.
Southern comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. If you want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting, have I got the place for you. Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasta platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Monday. Hey, it's Mayo here for Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to...
All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. Look at this. I got a pizza pile up on my plate. Damn medicine. I want to devour all of it, but I know
than it being in here.
I will pay the price later, but I want to devour them all. That burrata, you're right. That is something special. Mm-hmm. And all the other ones are great. Margarita, like you said, that is classic. And I can see why it's still the reigning champ in terms of popularity.
It is. I said to the guys, the corniche is the best part, is the cross.
Mm-hmm.
You can the cross, that corniche is like, you show them, Mike. Show them mine.
Yeah.
See that?
People that leave the crust, I'm like,
That's correct. And that piece is being made for.
who
The real
started
true-
the crust?
Yeah, that's
Stop with
honestly.
my
Yeah,
mouth
a lot of
open.
time Mayo does that too.
I would
It'll
always,
start
you know,
at the
in-
crust.
I
Yeah.
grew up in Brooklyn.
Because if it's really good pizza, you don't leave the crust.
Right.
I grew up in Brooklyn.
It's bread. It's
and
great bread.
where we would always judge is you call it the cornichon, which is like the crown. Like, and I like the little bubble
You like the
ridge,
bubble.
the big
Mhm.
bubble here.
Mhm.
And you know, if somebody just has like it goes flat all the way to the edge, that to me, you know, in Brooklyn we prided ourselves
A
on
good
having
corniche.
corniche,
That's correct.
cornichon.
That's correct. Bring some
You had a
memories.
couple of things going on here. You're saying you're starting something new this Thursday night. What's happening?
That's correct. We got a stand comedy show starting up. Everything begins a regular customer from us,
Mhm.
and he showed us like, "Do you ever think about like getting together? Let's do something different." I said, "Yes, why not? This is the perfect place
Wow.
for it. It's
So-
to start at 8 p.m.
And
Thus
in the
will be open-
Apothecary.
and the Apothecary. That's correct.
So starts at 8. You sign up. Open mic night. Or?
It's open. Yeah, open mic. That's correct. The guys run the whole show with 5 different comedians.
Okay.
Okay, so
If
they
you
have
follow the
standard
page, that's
Canadian.
correct. If
Oh,
you
they
follow the page,
Okay.
yeah. If you follow like Instagram, the Apothecary page, you will see who is the guys, what they do. You can follow them as
Is there
well.
a cover charge, or is it just to come in 2 drink minimum? Or,
If you go to the page, you will get more info on it. You have to buy a ticket.
Okay,
Okay.
you do have to get a ticket.
Have a
Ticket.
ticket. About you is open too. I have like 10-6 for
Ticket?
regular customers. That's
Okay.
correct that I can seek them. Like,
tickets on Eventbrite, or you don't? Oh,
You
where do
say
you go?
apothecary.com.
Go to
if when you go to Apothecary, like the page, the Instagram page, you
Oh,
can the
Instagram,
link
okay.
is there,
Instagram,
and then you
okay.
can the Instagram. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
link is in there, and you can click it. You can buy the ticket
Go
from
to
there.
link in bio. Click on it, and then get your tickets. And is that going to be a regular thing throughout the summer?
Oh, one
or-
a month. Once
Once a
a month,
month.
we're going to
So
do
it's
like a
at
regular.
Apothecary 330 on Instagram, and it's right here. If you just look that up, you'll see the link right there.
That's
Bring it in.
correct.
Bring it in. Oh, we got.
Let's
I
see,
see
let's
desserts
see,
on the
let's
Man,
way.
I
see.
thought
but-
you were supposed to be dialing it back. Like, come in.
well, no, we were gonna wrap up the show, but you can't wrap it up before the
I
dessert.
thought we were
comes,
at the
and-
airport. You're like
Yeah, no.
waving them in.
I'm the air traffic controller. I'm like the third base coach saying, "Come, go around, come on."
Go.
I like
So,
this. Look
Let me explain this, guys.
Yes,
It's super
please
simple.
explain. Yeah.
Tiramisu. A lot
Yes.
of American people think that tiramisu means coffee. It is not. It's one of the ingredients in the whole tiramisu. It's
thought
supposed to
it's
be
a s-
balanced.
rum or like rum soaked bacon
That's-
fingers,
That's correct.
espresso, cream, mascarpone cheese.
Mascarpone cheese. That's correct.
And it's
So
all
it's
done-
supposed to balance it all. It's not supposed to be too sweet or too
You're
heavy
supposed to
on the
balance it with the
espresso.
penicillin, right? Is that?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And it's all done in house.
It's mega house. When you put that on the mouth, Mike, tell me how was it? You
That's
melt.
fantastic.
It disappears on your whole mouth.
Yeah,
because it's fresh.
I don't like the ones that are like too overly like thick, or sometimes there's too much sweetness or cream. This is perfectly balanced.
It
It's
is
got-
perfect. You can eat the whole batch and
Yeah.
without even that heavy.
I,
And
I
on the
could-
on
I
the
could eat
cannolis, we do the filling is house made. I got to say those cannolis itself,
Mhm.
I made at home before. Is never the same. I found on Chicago. We went to the show,
Okay.
and these guys is called Artuso Brothers
It's
from
the
New
shell?
York. The
Okay.
shell, yeah,
Okay.
the best shell ever. I have to give the
Okay.
hacks down
Well,
to
I
them.
gotta try it because I
You
don't
will
know
see.
if I've ever tried the
You will see.
Chicago
And take the
shell. Oh no,
fingers.
New York
New
shell. You
York.
found it at the
We
Chicago
found in
Food
Chicago.
Show. Now
The
I know
filling is
down-
house made, which
I know.
is
The ricotta filling,
So,
house made.
ricotta
I know a
Ricotta
lot of-
filling is the
that's
fillings.
our house. Yes, yes,
Oh.
yes. Is you got the ricotta
Again,
impastata. We
being
throw some
from-
powdered sugar on. Simple, but again, simple but fresh.
Love-
And
I
so
know a
good.
lot of people down here use the Mimi's ravioli from Hollywood. Their shells, they do a good product. But yeah, where I grew up in Brooklyn.
My. If you grab that cannoli
Oh,
by
yeah.
the hand and you eat it, you will feel the crunchy on it. The cinnamon is. I
I
have
do.
hands down to them.
Mm.
The
All
best.
right, we did it.
That
Yeah,
was the whole thing
It was
right
a lot.
there.
It was tough labor.
And actually, when I put the cannolis on the tabolas for the customers, I used say, I don't want to put spoons because cannoli you eat it with the fingers. It's the few
Really?
things
Yeah.
of this life that you
It's-
get the fingers, you put it
it's-
on.
Oh no!
It's beautiful
my
when
wife
you
would be a
it's
fan of that.
different.
You can't share it with your fingers, so
But it's
more of a-
become one of those shareable items, so people like to
Yeah,
break
I
it
usually
with
eat
the
it with it.
spoon.
Yeah.
Oh my! I mean, it is hard work. I'm breaking a sweat. I'm glad I went to the gym this morning, and somehow the real accomplishment is that I eat like this, and I still somehow manage to lose weight every.
Well,
week.
you're exercising every day, so don't
Yes,
stop that.
That's it. And you guys, you maintain pretty good figures right
We're
there.
doing our best. Him more than me. I'm not doing that well.
Yeah, you're looking pretty good there. Me, I hit Trump weight. I'm back down to 224.
Nice.
Same weight as our president.
Nice.
Well done.
Let me affiliate with you with
Well
All right, everybody. This was great. Thank you so much, Jesse and Colin. Good to see you again. Guys, if you haven't been here before, come check out the Apothecary and Pizza Craft.
Yep.
330
Great combo.
Southwest 2nd Street. Marshy Street is also known as, in downtown Fort Lauderdale. It is a great spot. It can be a late spot. You can come in here and get yourself a nice pizza, 9 o'clock at night. Go have a drink after show drink at the Apothecary. It really is. I forget, I'm kind of kicking myself now that.
What do you mean?
I should be here more often, but if I was, then I wouldn't
maintain
continue my downward.
We'll get you a vodka drink. It's fine.
I don't want to come here and insult you. I want to have a Sazerac. All right, Colin, Jesse, this was tremendous. Thanks so much. Tomorrow we will be at
Georgia's.
I was going to say Taverna Kima, but it's Sophia from Taverna Kima and Boca. But they just opened up their second location of Giorgio's. What's it called? Bistro.
Bistro. No, it's great. Yeah. It's like the
Giorgio's Bistro and Bakery.
We're experiencing the lunch and dinner items tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we're going to have a noon start tomorrow. We're going to do, again, Giorgio's has been open only about 2 months on Galt Ocean Mile. The original one has been there in Hollywood on the Intracoastal right next to their Taverna Opa for, it's got to be there almost 20 years. But the new Giorgio's Cafe and Bistro and Bakery has all your tremendous, not just Greek food, but anything you want, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And it's always going to be a treat to see Sophia tomorrow. That'll be at noon. And then Thursday batch, Friday, our usual fun day, Friday at Gulfstream Park, 10 Palms. So, Mike Lubie Lubitz, good luck with the non-bread eating. I'm sorry I keep torturing you.
This is the next year I'm putting it down on the calendar.
Right.
Because every day you're like,
take a vacation. Just take a vacation.
Just
that way we'll
oh.
do all replays so I don't torture you.
That's what I mean.
We got a lot of,
I'm not mad at all. It's
got a
fine.
lot
I
of
like seeing
restaurants to
Jesse and
fit
Colin
in.
and looking at the pizza. I'm being you this week where I'm smelling it and I'm
at least you got to
trying to live off of that.
All right, folks. That'll do it for today. Enjoy every pizza. Enjoy every salad. Enjoy every tiramisu. And enjoy every sandwich.